Who is that voice that's in every game? Let's take a step back. You play one of the newest games out, and all of a sudden one of the most recognizable voices is heard. That voice is none other than Noshir Dalal, legendary voice actor, and as many of you may know him as Charles from Red Dead Redemption 2.
What business is it of yours? What? It's not business of mine!
We're gonna go over how long this guy has actually been voice acting. And he might be in some games you had no idea of. He is everywhere. He's in Ghost of Yotei, and he left these comments on Reddit. Noshir Dalal was born August 15th, 1978 in Rochester, New York, his parents being Persian and Japanese descent. He grew up much like his career playing video games, and described himself as pretty damn ethnically ambiguous. Noshir graduated in 1996. A few years later, he started to study at the University of Rochester, where in 2003 he graduated with the Bachelor of Arts, as well as a degree for brain and cognitive sciences. From there, Noshir moved to New York City, where he received training in martial arts and continuing his stage work. Noshir at this time was an EMT. Until 2008, at the age of 30, he got a big break. He was asked to come out to LA to play a role as a character called 𝘍𝘢𝘵𝘢𝘭𝚚𝘩𝘮 in a movie called Destined to be Ingested. This movie was bad, and this was his first big moment.
Oh God, you fucking freaked me out. Just leave me alone.
Followed shortly a year later with a TV show called Days of Our Lives. He is casted for 8 other shows over the next 2 years, including CSI. These shows also lead him into more movies and bigger shows, with one of his biggest roles being in Criminal Minds. By 2014, Noshir has over 20 acting appearances in his discography, when Ubisoft asks him to play a character in Far Cry 4. But he is just background characters at this point. And he starts to see the success behind how big the gaming industry is going to be, even as just NPC voices. After he's proved himself as an actor, 2014 was the year that changed his life, as he signed a few more deals, one of those being with Treyarch and the other being with Bethesda. And this is where he gets his big break in the voice acting industry. He is the voice actor of Zayed Khalil,
Khalil, it's not too late.
the Egyptian commander in Black Ops 3's story. Simultaneously working with Bethesda, you will know him as the police station knight from the Brotherhood of Steel, Knight Rise.
Ad Victoriam, Sentinel.
With both of these monumental games releasing a month apart from each other in 2015, Noshir had a giant opportunity open up for him during 2015. Studios like Naughty Dog and Black Tusk were calling him, as he was starred as additional voices in Uncharted 4 and Gears of War 4 as Ashpo.
Yes, sir.
He also landed with EA in Titanfall 2 as the militia soldier. Noshir gets another role for a 2017 title called Lawbreakers as Kintaro, a 24-year-old Japanese narcissist who is a party animal.
Damn, I'm impressive.
Somewhere during this time, he gets the call for the biggest moment of his life, asked by Rockstar Games themselves to sign an NDA as his most famous role, Charles Smith, in the 2018 AAA game Red Dead Redemption 2, where he runs along with the Vanderlyn gang to eventually leave them.
Eat that.
This game made him Charles. Now when you hear him in games, you will think Charles. Rockstar left that impression with his voice. Along with 2018, there was the PlayStation release for Spider-Man. He was additional voices in this as well, NPCs. He was also the voice of Chad in a game called The Nightmare. He then lands a few more TV shows after this giant role, as well as one of the Scooby-Doo films.
Somebody's gotta stick around and tell the tourists the tale of Asmodeus, the demon king who almost ruled the world.
After the conclusion of his 2018 run, he is also in 2 more video games the following year in 2019. He is the voice actor for Sakrio in Shadows Die Twice.
My lord, I have come for you.
Legends, as well as Agent Cooper in the 2019 hit Days Gone.
No. What? He's compromised. I'm not gonna make it. Let me talk to Jen.
He is also Hank Harper in Westworld Awakening, as well as the Houndmaster in Remnant from the Ashes. He also starred in Gears of War 5 that year as the male Nomad and the COG Soldier, as well as a bunch of other random NPCs throughout the game. He was also in 2019's The Outer World and Death Stranding, with his role in Outer World as Udom, and in Death Stranding he is Charles Khan, as well as additional NPCs. Those were giant roles after his Red Dead Redemption 2, but when you play those games, you're gonna think immediately it's Charles. But that decade was not the end of his career. Actually, he starred in 8 more games in 2020. He has starred in Fallout 76 in a DLC as a character named Nash, as well as additional voice acting to Yone in League of Legends. In the 2020 Gears of War spin-off, Gears Tactics, he is Gabriel Diaz, as well as to stretch his talents to Ghost of Tsushima as Master Izo, as well as additional voices, like most of his career.
I'm alive is because a Mongol general admires my work.
He also makes an appearance in the 2020 Star Wars Squadrons as Varko, the 2020 Spider-Man DLC, Miles Morales, as Raxon Security. This was a good game. Bethesda also calls him back for another DLC in Steel Dawn as a villager. And somewhere between Red Dead Redemption 2 and the pandemic, he signed a deal with CD Projekt Red to be Scorpion in Cyberpunk 2077.
Would you look what the cat dragged in?
As one of the 𝘍𝘵𝘺𝘰𝘵𝘵𝘺 as well as Cyber Ninja Oda. In 2021, he ends up with a few more TV shows, as well as scoring some more games, and the list goes like this. Nakara Bladepoint as Tien Hai. God, I botched that name so many times. 2021's No More Heroes 3 as Fu. 2021's Deathloop, with 3 roles in this game, as Gideon Fry, Andre, and the Eternalist. He also makes appearances in Ruined King as the Innkeeper, also Bandit number 2. He's also in Halo Infinite as Jega. He's also a big fan of Star Wars because he's in here a lot as well, with Star Wars The Old Republic as Haras Oro during 2022. He's also in another giant role as Katalo in Horizon Forbidden West. Some chunk of you is going to recognize him from there.
Katalo is a warrior who hails from the Sky Clan of the Tenakth people. He's an orphan who's trying to find out who he is because his relationship with his own tribe has had some difficulties.
Guild Wars 2 as Arama and Irenyak, as well as additional voices and NPCs. He makes his way into another NCIS episode. Some more TV shows pick him up, as well as one of those being a Star Wars one in 2022. And then he's in his first flop. Saints Row, the game that nobody liked. It was the reboot that failed. The want-to-be terrible GTA 6. He was part of the Marshals. Ah yes, he fits so well there. He got into the 2023 edition of Dead Space. This was more a cameo than anything. And then his most recent biggest role, which was in 2023 in Jedi Survivor as Bode Akuna.
What took you so long?
Yeah, that guy. Remnant called him back years later for Remnant 2, which was in 2023 as well. He was just a player voice. Bethesda calls him back and he ends up in Starfield as Thomas Ellicott.
Let me know if you need help finding anything. Well, I'm not the only Ellicott working in Ryujin Tower. My daughter Jupiter works at the front desk, and my wife Nancy works for Tranquility.
And the chief diplomat, Yasin. He stars in Mortal Kombat 1 in 2023 as Rain.
Come after me, and I can't guarantee your safety.
That's fine, because I can't guarantee yours.
As well as a cameo voice in Cyberpunk 2077 once again, but this time for Phantom Liberty. He then gets another big role in Spider-Man 2 in 2023 as Mysterio.
Excellent.
And Quentin Beck.
A brave young man, ready to experience the future firsthand.
He's in Modern Warfare 3 2023 as Luke. For those who played Chapter 5 of Fortnite, he is Mysterio. He's also in the LEGO Fortnite event. He cameo voices for Elder Scrolls Online, The Gold Road, More recently, he's also been in Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn as a character called 𝘍𝘢𝘵𝘢𝘭𝘚𝘩𝘰, and mainly been acting in TV shows the last year and a half, with his re-entry as Rain in the definitive edition of Mortal Kombat 1 as his most recent, besides what he did last week as Junpei in 𝘍𝘢𝘵𝘢𝘭𝘚𝘩𝘰. I have no doubt in my mind, looking at his entire discography, that he won't be in another Rockstar game. He will probably be a side character, additional voice, or even a main character, because it seems like Rockstar had a giant role in his life, especially all the major titles he was in after his Red Dead Redemption 2 role as Charles Smith. Absolutely no doubt in my mind will he not be in Grand Theft Auto 6 in some capacity. The man, the myth, the legend, Noshir Dalal, the man whose voice is in almost every video game in the last 10 years. If you guys like this style of content, please let me know down below and I will make more videos like this. If you did enjoy, please also leave a like and share this with somebody. It does help me. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subs. I just recently hit 1,500 and I'm very thankful for all of you. So please hit the subscribe button down below, as it does support me in the long run. And as always, guys, it has been 𝘍𝘢𝘵𝘢𝘭𝘚𝘩𝘰. Peace.